I've said it multiple times and I'll say it again, that The Last of Us Part 2, in my personal opinion, is the greatest PlayStation exclusive ever made. I believe that Uncharted was for sure my favorite franchise, which of course was also made by none other than Naughty Dog. And then The Last of Us comes out and just blows my mind in terms of from story to execution, all of those. And The Last of Us Part 2, in my mind, topped the first game. And with that, a lot of people have been asking the question, where is the multiplayer experience? We got the multiplayer experience in The Last of Us Part 1, and now with Part 2, we've been waiting and waiting and waiting for that multiplayer experience. So let's talk about The Last of Us Part 2 factions and where we are currently. When can we expect this to come out and release to everyone? Because we've been waiting for it for a very long time. Let's talk about it. So that being said, guys, this is an article coming to us from Wessel Mini and Shrevenish Katsura of Gen X. The Last of Us 2 Factions is an upcoming multiplayer live service game from Naughty Dog. So Factions is the upcoming multiplayer live service title from Naughty Dog set in the Last of Us universe. The standalone multiplayer title was initially supposed to be multiplayer mode in The Last of Us 2, but thanks to the team's ambitions, it grew to become its own thing altogether. Obviously, guys, here we go. It's rumored to release sometime in 2023, which I think that is not going to be happening, guys. I think that it's going to be happening, if it does, in 2024. The development on this has been very, very long and rigorous. I think that 2024, we can probably expect this to come out. The Factions mode was planned to release alongside The Last of Us 2 in 2020, though thanks to its growing scope, the studio decided to delay it and make it its own thing. The Last of Us 2 Factions features a new cast of characters and takes place in an entirely new location. Naughty Dog's Neil Druckmann confirmed this info during Summer's Game Fest 2022, where he also revealed the first concept art of this upcoming project. Druckmann also briefly touched on the scope and size of the project during his segment at the Summer Games Fest 2022. It's as big as any of our single-player games, and in some ways bigger, he said. It's got a story. The way we're telling that story is unique to this game. So a lot of people were asking the question, is The Last of Us 2 multiplayer, that being Factions, going to have a battle royale mode? Well, while there has been no confirmation, plenty of rumors and leaks suggest a battle royale is coming to the standalone Factions game. The concept art features an approaching sandstorm, which could be a storm circle seen in most battle royale games. So this is really, really fascinating, guys, especially because there was some leak source code. There also has some leaked assets from The Last of Us 2 source code that references battle royale and show final circle location. The assets also contain some survival elements like restore oxygen. So this is really, really fascinating stuff. I think if they had a battle royale mode in The Last of Us, universe, it could be the biggest royale in the world for sure. The biggest in the whole world, guys. Sure, you got Fortnite, you got all these other games out there that are still crushing it, but this could be something really special for especially the horror community and the community that loves the Last of Us universe. It could be something unbelievable. Now, while it's not confirmed, The Last of Us Factions 2 could be a free-to-play experience. Earlier this year, Naughty Dog was hiring for a monetization economy designer, which suggested a microtransaction-centric monetization model that resembles freemium titles. So what I will say about that is, if it's free to play, guys, it could be unbelievable. It could be as big, if not bigger, than some of these other BRs that are, standing alone in that universe to this day. And I think that The Last of Us Factions 2 could definitely compete against some of those other titles out there, especially if this is something that's not just BR. It's also like there's ultimately other things that you can do. They're talking about a story mode and things of that nature. This sounds like something very, very special, and that's why I'm all in. I'm all in for something like this, and I think it could be something really huge, actually, for the community. So Factions 2 as a free-to-play title would make a lot of sense. It could be huge considering the popularity of the Last of Us franchise. It could also fill the void of a AAA free-to-play first-party title that generates constant revenue for PlayStation. Bottom line is this. We know certain things about it. We know that there's been some leaks, some rumors, speculation. And we know it's coming at some point. Is it going through some development hell? It's hard to say. But if they're making this a full-blown, scope almost game, so to speak, Naughty Dog takes their time. And so this doesn't really surprise me much that they're taking their time with this. They want to make sure they've got everything down that they need to make this the best experience possible. And I'm all for it. I am all for Factions 2. I cannot wait till it comes out, and I'll be making a lot more content about Factions 2 in the coming months, guys. Let me know, though, what do you all think about The Last of Us Part 2 Factions? Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section down below. And for more Factions 2 content and videos, stay here with zrotv.